Greetings children. This module is for class 11 CBSE students. In this module, we will learn what is a determiner. Determinants are words that placed before a noun or sometimes a group of nouns. Why do we use determinants? Determinants are used to refer the quantity of the noun. Sometimes we use it to specify the noun. Sometimes to refer the distribution of nouns. So different uses are there for these determinants. So simply we can learn that determinants are words that used before a noun. There are 10 types of determinants used in the English language. Let us learn what are those 10 types. The first determiner is articles. Definite and indefinite article. Definite article of the and indefinite articles of a or an. They are the first category of determiners. Then demonstratives like this, that, these, those, etc. Then quantifiers to represent the quantity of the noun, large, many, some, etc. Then distributives that belongs to share the noun, each and every, like that. Then possessives like my, yours, his, hers, theirs, its, etc. Then numbers, ordinals and cardinal numbers like first, second, and 1, 2, etc. Then difference words determiners. To something is different from the other. Then interrogative determiners, the WH questions. Then predeterminers. Then defining words. These are the 10 different types of determiners used in English. First of all, let us check the articles. The articles are a or an and the. These are called articles. They are a type of determiner and they go before a noun. These articles are used before a noun. A or an before a noun shows that what is referred to is not already known to the speaker. So, a or an is called indefinite article. Indefinite article. And the is used with a specific object, a specific name that is known by the speaker and the listener. Look at these two sentences. Do you have a car? Here a car here means not a particular car in general. Do you live in a house? A house here means not a particular house but house in general. No, actually I live in an apartment. An apartment is also not a particular apartment but an apartment in general. So, article is used to represent the noun belonging to in specific or unspecified category. A or an is used to unspecify a noun, to generalize a noun. Let us learn in detail the articles, indefinite article and a definite article. Indefinite articles are a or an, and definite article is the. Let us learn the use of the definite article the. It should be used before the names of famous rivers like the Ganges, the Yamuna, the Thames, etc. Then it should be used before the names of oceans like the Indian Ocean, the Pacific Ocean, etc. Then before proper noun. How to use the definite article the before a proper noun? That is what we are going to learn now. A qualifier condition. Look at the example. The Mahatma Gandhi, Akbar the Great Britain. These three examples tells us that when a name contains a qualifier like Mahatma, the Great, we should use a definite article before it, because Mahatma is not part of the name Gandhi. It is a qualifier. So when we use a qualifier with a proper noun, we should use the definite article. The Mahatma Gandhi, Akbar the Great Britain. Britain is the proper noun here and great is the qualifier. So we use the Great Britain. Look at the next example. An Anil wants to meet you. Anil is a proper noun, but we here used an Anil wants to meet you. Here, generally speaking, a man named Anil wants to meet you. Look at the third sentence. Kalidasa is the Shakespeare of India. Shakespeare is a proper noun, but here in this sentence, Shakespeare is used as a common noun that represents high quality writers, literature. So Kalidasa has all the qualities of Shakespeare as a writer. So Shakespeare is not a proper noun here. It is used as a common noun. So we used the definite article the. Kalidasa is the Shakespeare of India. Like this, you can also make sentences from your class. He is the Sachin of our classroom, because he may share some qualities of Sachin Tendulkar as a cricket batsman. The Sachin of the class. Why we use the Sachin of the class? Because it is used not as a proper noun but as a common noun that represents a general category of batsmen. Look at the next. Country names with Republic, Union, United, Great, etc. In these situations, we should use the definite article the. For example, the United States of America or the Republic of India. When we use merely the name India, no need of using the. But if we use the Republic, then we have to use the definite article the Republic of India. Next, mountain ranges. The Himalayas, the Alps, Mount Everest. Look at these three examples. These are mountain ranges, the Himalayas and the Alps. But Mount Everest is not a range, it is a single peak. So we never use definite article with Mount Everest. Diseases. Some diseases carry this definite article and some don't. Look at the example. The plague, the measles. But fever, cancer, they never carry the definite article along with them. Next, unique things. The sun, the universe, the moon. What is unique in our universe? We can use them with the support of definite article, but not before heaven, hell or God. Because these are abstract ideas. They are not existing in reality. So we never use the before these words. Then with the directions, the east, the west, there is also one condition. The river is flowing from the east. My house faces east. Look at these two uses, east and the east. The river is flowing from the east. Why do we use one side the definite article and in the next sentence we never use the definite article? The reason is when we use the directions along with a preposition, we should use the definite article. Look at the second sentence. My house faces east. Here no preposition is used. If no preposition is there, we never use the definite article there. That is the rule. Then with the religious books like the Gita, the Bible, the Quran, etc., the nouns used after appoint, make, elect, select, crowned, declared, we never use the definite article the. For example, he was appointed secretary. He was appointed secretary. But when we use it in a particular sense, the President of India is Ramnath Kovind. The President. Here, the particular President we are talking about. So we can use the definite article the. The President of India is Ramnath Kovind. Like that, whenever we use these words appoint, make, elect, select, etc. For example, Ramnath Kovind was elected President of India. Not he was elected the President of India. He was elected President. Come to the next sentence. Common nouns. The dog is a faithful animal. When we use the common nouns to represent the entire category, we use the definite article the. For example, the dog is a faithful animal. Here, not we are talking about a particular dog. The entire dog community comes under this usage. The dog is a faithful animal. Look at the second sentence. Man is mortal. This sentence also talking about the entire humans, but we never use the definite article there. Why? Because in the second sentence, man is mortal is a sentence that tells us about a truth. When we speak about a general truth, we need not use any definite article. Look at the third sentence. The people of this country are brave. The people. Here, the specific people of a country, they are brave, not the entire people. So we used the definite article the. Then abstract nouns. We never use the before the abstract nouns. For example, honesty is the best policy. This is the rule. But in certain conditions, we should use that definite article. For example, the honesty shown by the boy impressed everyone. Here, honesty is an abstract noun, but it is specified with the boy shown. So we have to use the definite article the. The honesty shown by the boy impressed everyone. Look at these words. School, college, jail, temple, church, bed, etc. With these nouns, with the same purpose, school is for learning, studying, college is also for the same, jail is to imprison people, temple for prayer, church and bed to sleep. In the same purpose, we never use an article with these nouns. But if we refer these nouns with a different purpose, yes, we should use an article. Look at the example sentences. I am going to school. This sentence is spoken by a school goer, a student. I am going to school, which means that I am going to school to study. But look at the next sentence. The minister is visiting the school. The purpose of the minister here is not to study. His purpose is something else, maybe to inaugurate something. So the real purpose of the building doesn't match with the purpose of the visitor. We have to use the definite article the. If we are going for a temple to pray, we can usually say I am going to temple. But with some other purpose, not for praying, but for some other business, we can say that I am going to the temple, like that. And look at the word bed. I go to bed at 10 every day. That is the usual purpose of bed. But if we say that I sometimes sit on the bed, if we use bed for sitting, the purpose is changed from to lie to sit. So we have to use the definite article the there. Mind the difference. Now with the political parties, it is a rule to use definite article with the political parties. For example, the BJP, the Congress, the CPM, etc. Musical instruments, the violin, the flute, the piano, etc. Then with the historical monuments, the Taj Mahal, the Red Fort, then sort of, kind of, type of, variety of, no article is used with these phrases. What sort of president he is, not what sort of a president. What sort of president he is. Then with the positive degrees, the rich should help the poor. Look at this sentence. The rich should help the poor. Here the rich means the rich people. The poor means the poor people. Sometimes it carries an S along with this. The rich should help the poor. You can find the error here because this collective nouns never have a plural form. Collective nouns don't have any plural forms. So we should use it as the poor, not the poors. Then with the comparative degree, look at this sentence. The higher you go, the cooler you feel. So here the comparative degree words higher and cooler, when they are used in different clauses, we can use the definite article the. This is the better of the two books. Then another occasion in comparative degree, better is a comparative verb. We can use the better if we use of the two. He is the better of the two boys. So whenever we use of the two, we can use the better of the two. Then with the superlative degrees, he is the most intelligent student in the class. So this is the superlative degree, the most. Good, best, most. So most is the superlative degree. With the superlative degree, we can use the definite article the. Let us learn some more rules related with the use of articles. Before a noun shows, what is referred to is already known to the speaker, listener, writer and the reader. It is the definite article. Look at the sentence. Where did we park the car? So here the speaker talking about a particular car. Here both the speaker and the listener know very well about the noun, the car. They are not talking about a general car, they are talking about a particular car. Where did we park the car? We had to paint the apartment before we sold it. Here they know the apartment, a specific apartment. That's why they use it. The makes a noun specific. Specific means a particular car, a particular apartment, not a general one, not in general, but in a particular, a specific thing. For example, he is the doctor who treated me. Who treated me? Here we are not talking about the entire doctors. Maybe we see the doctor who treated us among a group of other doctors. We are pointing the particular doctor. He is the doctor who treated me. This is a specific doctor. So we use the definite article the to specify a person or specify a thing. We use it. This is the pen I lost yesterday. So we are specifying the thing by using the definite article the. When do we use a and when do we use an? Let us check. In speaking, we use a before a consonant sound. A is used before a consonant sound and an is used before a vowel sound. For example, a car, a house, a big truck, a wheel, a grey day. Warning, some words that begin with a vowel letter in writing have a consonant sound. But we should remember the rule that certain words written with a vowel sound but pronounced it as a consonant. In such a situation, we have to use a instead of an. For example, a united group, a university, a 1-year-old child. Look at these three examples. A united group. Here, united is written with U. U is a vowel letter, but it sounds like U. Ya, U. And university, a one, and here 1 year, V sound is there. Even though the letter is O, we pronounce it as Va. So we use a. And we use an before a vowel sound. Look at that. An apple, an old shoe, an orchestra, an umbrella. And warning, some words that begin with a consonant letter in writing have a vowel sound. Example, an hour. Here, an hour, H is silent. It is pronounced as hour. A sound is given here. So, an hour. An MP3, M. M, even though it is a consonant letter, it sounds like a vowel. So, we use an MP3. Mind the difference. Then how do we pronounce the? The is pronounced in two ways. One is the and another is the. The is getting when before it is used a vowel sound. And when it is used before a consonant sound, we pronounce it as the. Example, the team. Here, the exit, the apple, the union. So that is the pronunciation rule of the. When do we use article? A or an and the with the types of nouns, countable nouns. We only use a or an with the singular countable nouns. The indefinite articles of a or an is used with the singular countable nouns. For example, I have a sister and a brother. Sister and brother are countable and singular. That was an excellent meal. Meal is the noun here. It is countable and singular. So we used an excellent meal. We can use the with the singular and plural countable nouns. For example, the lion roared. Here, lion is singular. Here, the lions roared. Lions is plural. The tree fell. The trees fell. Then countable nouns. We don't use a or an before uncountable nouns. This is the rule. Could I have rice instead of potatoes with my fish? Could I have a rice? Rice is uncountable noun. With uncountable noun, never use the article a or an. Never say that, could I have a rice? Because rice is not countable, it is uncountable. So using an article before uncountable noun is wrong. I hope we have a nice weather. Weather is also uncountable. So we are not permitted to use a article before it. I hope we have a nice weather. Don't use a nice weather there. Look at the next one. We can use the before uncountable nouns when they refer to a specific example. For example, the rice we bought in the Thai shop is much better than the supermarket rice. So when we specify an uncountable noun, we can use the definite article here. The rice that we bought from one shop is better than that of the other shop. The weather was awful last summer. Here also the weather, it is an uncountable noun and we used the definite article to specify the weather of last summer. Now talk about an individual quality or more than one quality of an uncountable noun. We use expressions such as a bit of, a piece of, or a specific measure of. For example, some nouns don't have a plural form. To get their plural form, we can use these expressions, a bit of, a piece of, a specific measure of that. For example, that's an amazing bit of news. An is used with a bit of news. Usually, news is uncountable. We can't use the definite or indefinite article. We can't use indefinite article with the uncountable nouns. But we can use it in this way. That is an amazing bit of news. Look at the next one. We just made a big bowl of pasta. So a big bowl of pasta. Pasta is also uncountable noun. We made it like this, a big bowl of pasta. Could I have a liter of milk, please? A liter of milk. Milk is also uncountable, but we can use the indefinite article if we measure the quantity here. A liter of. So in such occasions, we can use indefinite article with the uncountable nouns. Then general nouns. We only use the with the general plural nouns when we are referring to a specific set within a general class of people or thing. For example, books are so important in my life. Here it is a general statement. Books here means all books in general. But look at the second sentence. The books were all over the floor. Here we are speaking about a specific set of books that we see on the floor, spread over the floor. So to specify a particular quantity of something, we can use the specific definite article. We can make a general noun specific by using an article and adding more information after the noun. For example, life is wonderful, life is beautiful, but the life of a soldier is full of danger. This general noun is specified here, the life of not the entire people but the soldiers. History sometimes repeats itself. Here also history is a general noun, but we can use it in a specific sense also. He wrote a book on the history of boxing. Here, the history of boxing. In such specification situations, we can use the definite article. Then inventions, musical instruments and cultural institutions, we can use the. For example, the computer must be the greatest invention ever. The violin sounds different to the viola. I love a night at the opera. Here, when we use the names of inventions, musical instruments or cultural institutions, we can use the definitive articles here. This is the end of the use of articles. In the next modules, you will get the other determinants. For that, you have to subscribe the channel and press the bell icon. Thank you for watching till the end.